time out the day before Christmas Eve to jump on and do your power hour, learn tips and all the things before we jump into all the madness of Christmas, right? So tonight, you guys, we are doing a combined team training with Amanda, one of my favorites from Arizona. Everyone say hi in the chat. Okay. And so tonight, I just want to start real quick with a few updates. We obviously know January's coming. Okay. That means what? New Year's resolutions. That means lots of product. That means lots of big orders. I know, shout out to a couple of the girls who this month they've pulled in orders over 230 volume, which is just awesome and exciting. So job well done to you guys and everyone else who's enrolling customers and distributors. So tonight, this is going to be short and sweet, you guys. We're going to go 30 minutes, so hang on. We're gonna push through this pretty quick, but we want to let you guys write down, teach you, train you, all the things on how to run your business. Super simple, effective, easy, quick, especially during the holidays. Okay. Nothing pins my ears more, all right, than when people do not work their business during the holidays. It like cringes. Okay. Because here's why. If you take a day off of your business, that's actually going to reflect in pay about 1 week. Okay. If you take a week off, it's 1 month pay. And so to me, a day taking off, it takes you 4.5 seconds in the morning to post about your business and then be done and then be present with your family during the holidays. It's not hard. Okay. But what's hard is when people don't have the discipline or they don't know what to do. So we're going to walk you guys through a quick little power 30 minutes of every single day, how we do it. And I want you guys writing these tasks down. And then I want you guys to do it on Christmas Eve and Christmas. Now I know Christmas and schedule them. You guys, like, it is not hard. You can throw up the post. If you're prepared, then you'll do just fine. And that's what we want to prep you with, is we want to prep you on how do I work my business even on Christmas Eve, my kid's birthday, summer, Easter. It doesn't matter what day. I'm doing something for my business because I'm not willing to take a week's pay off to not post. That's all we're asking. I'm not asking you to work 6 hours on Christmas. I wouldn't want you to do that, but I will ask that you're consistent. Okay. So Amanda, come on, briefly tell us if your team's on. I know our team's heard from you. So I kind of want to know what your goals are for 2020, cast some vision into these girls, and then we're going to get right into the nitty gritty of doing some tasks and those kind of things.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So, okay, we definitely want to get some working in, but I know a lot of you guys from Amber's team, but I'm Amanda, I'm an Ambassador Diamond, and for 2020, my goal is to go double ambassador, and I just want to, like, ever since I got ambassador, I just wanted to keep going and keep running, and that's the beauty of this business, and just like Amber said, is that we always have goals. There should never be a time where we reach a certain rank where we are like, okay, we made it, we're done, because that is not, that's not why we're in this business. God has brought us into this business for whatever reason it is for you, but to be the best we can be and to keep going and not to just to get to a certain, spot and just call it a quit. So I'm super excited just to really run with, our company and our team and just, continue just, it starts today. It starts, going now and not waiting until 2020 to like start our New Year's resolution. Like, we already have our goal, our dream boards made, our vision boards made, and we already have everything just so set into place for when, January 1st comes, we are already ahead of the game. So I wanted to read before we get into like working and just really going over how simple this business actually really is. Like, the work that we do is so easy, you guys. It's what Amber said. It's that, it's actually having the discipline and being intentional with the work that we are doing, okay? So we're gonna go into how simple it is. And so I hope you have a pen and paper, but before we do so, I wanted to read you guys something that I just started reading this book. It's called The Hollywood Commandments. Have you read it, Amber? It's so good.
I just got it in the mail. So that's how I'm during the holidays expanding my business, but also taking time for me is I'm, what is this? It's the same book, but it's the sequel, but
I don't know. This
Success
is
Commandments, I think is what it's called. It's the
oh,
same
okay.
book, but same. Yeah.
Okay.
So mine's here with me.
Yeah. I'm only on, I was like telling my team because I'm like so bragging about it because it's literally been so incredible. But I wanted to read you guys something that I thought was so good and so perfect for this time right now. So it says, we all want the harvest because the harvest time is so sweet. We want our season of reaping and enjoying the fruits of our labor, yet we spend too much time either complaining about why it hasn't come yet, or we get frustrated with the amount of work required to produce it. In the end, one of two things are going to happen. We don't get the harvest at all, or when we get the harvest, the time comes, we are incapable of maximizing it because we didn't prep for it in advance. So what that, like before that, what it was saying is that, you know, we want things, right? You want to make $2,000 extra a month. You want to make 6,000, 10,000, whatever it is your goal is that you want. We pray about it and we ask God, we're like, I want this, I want this. But are you truly preparing for it? Are you putting the work that it takes to get to that harvest? Because that's really what God is wanting to see. And that's really what it's about, is that if you are wanting something, you have to prepare yourself for that. Are you becoming a student of leadership? You know, are you preparing yourself to become a diamond leader, to become a, you know, double diamond or triple diamond or whatever rank you're going for? Are you preparing yourself for the work that it takes to get there? And so the harvest is coming, you guys. Like Amber and I know like some amazing things that are happening right now, and the harvest, it is going to be so insane coming up. But only the people who are working their business every single day, being intentional, being disciplined, are the ones who are going to reap the benefits of that. We are going to enjoy this harvest that we're about to have. So if you haven't yet and you've been slacking in your business or whatnot, then today is the day. After this Zoom, while we're on it, take the notes, because we are going to work. And like Amber said, you're going to work tomorrow and on Christmas and continue to work until, you know, so that you guys can get to your goals. Okay. So Amber, you want me just to jump on in about, just to kind of get into work? What I thought is that
Let's do it. Yep.
Okay. So you guys, so on our team, and you guys probably very similar, we do the core 4 and we do one more. Okay. That one more is going to be your self-development, your mindset, you know, all that self-growth. Okay. But we're just going to go into those core 4 right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk you guys through each one, and then we're going to work on a little bit of each one. We have about 20 minutes or so. So we'll spend about we'll spend a little bit of time, 5 minutes on each one. So the first thing, you guys, number 1 of the core 4. So there's 4 things that we need to do every single day. You guys can literally get this done in your, you know, every single day within an hour. Depending on your goals, you might want to do more. But the very first thing, you guys, is we're going to interact. Okay. We want to interact with people. We want to send happy birthdays to people. We want to build relationships with our network. Okay. That's going to be, we are in a business building relationship, we are in a relationship with our, business building relationships. So we want to make sure that we are building relationships with our network. So we're going to spend a little bit of time, maybe just 4 minutes or so, and we are going to send out happy birthday messages. We are going to just comment and like on stories and on people's posts. Okay. So I'm going to set my alarm. And what I always do is I like to be very intentional with my, when I am building relationships. So I will make something where it's like 6 words. Okay. Like, oh my goodness, like Freya, your hair is so pretty. I love, you know, I love your purple hair. Does it last? How often do you have to do it? You know, so build a conversation with people. So I'm just going to set my alarm for a few minutes, and we're going to interact for a little bit. And if I'm talking fast, it's because I am, so that we can just get this over with, because I know that we are so busy. But what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to take what we are doing and apply it for, you know, another half an hour tonight. Apply it after we get off of this Zoom. Apply it, you know, teach your team who aren't on it tonight. You know, send them a message and say, hey, here's the core 4 and one more. Here's what we did tonight. Who wants to work with me for 30 minutes? You know, take it tomorrow. Like, we have family coming over tomorrow. So I know that tomorrow I'm waking up at 5 a.m. so I can get my work done before we start our busy day. Okay. And so while you guys are doing this, I'm going to kind of give you guys just a few little things. But when you are working, you guys, the work that we do is so easy, but you want to make sure that it is very intentional. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are being very intentional. And then the other thing is be disciplined. Be disciplined on, you know, your work that you do every single day. If you have a busy day tomorrow, a busy day with Christmas, like we want you to enjoy Christmas. We want you to be with your family and enjoy it. But so for tomorrow, if you have a very busy day, wake up an hour early, you guys. Do that for you and your business and your family. The reason why you're doing this, it is so, so important. That is a week, like Amber just said, that's a week pay for you, you know? And so, and same on Christmas, you know, Christmas, I was telling my team earlier, I'm like, people are literally just like lounging around in the afternoon, like they are, or like you mid-morning, like they are, you know, eating a bunch of stuff. They're scrolling through Facebook. That is a perfect time to make a post. That is a perfect time to post about your carb blockers or your fat fighters, or, you know, a product, or go live about how you're going to do a detox cleanse on the day after Christmas. That is the perfect way, because people are literally scrolling through Facebook. And so it's a great way to, I literally always get customers on like Christmas and holidays, because just for that reason. So make sure you are posting. Okay.
And I'll add to that, you guys, think about how many more people aren't working on Christmas Eve, or even tonight, tomorrow, and Christmas. And you will show up to your parties and everyone will be on their phone. And this is when my business explodes, because everyone's on their phone. Everyone. And so your lack of consistency, somebody will sign up with somebody else during these days if you're not consistent.
Mm-hmm. I love that. It's so true. Okay, so that was number one, you guys, interaction. So I always do that the first thing before I make a post. Okay, so the reason why is because, and I don't really understand the algorithms, but I do know that anytime I interact before I make a post, I know that my post gets seen more. And so I will always interact about 5 minutes right before I make a post. So number two, you guys, is posting. And I know everybody has their different ways of how many times they post or how frequent, you know, that kind of thing. My rule of thumb and what I coach on my team is you post at least 3 to 6 times a day. And so it's just, you know, if you're busy, again, plan it out. Okay, so right now we're going to spend about 5 minutes. We're going to make a post. And what I would recommend is I want you guys to make a post about the opportunity. At nighttime, I love making a post about the opportunity, about the business, because like I said, people right now are scrolling through Facebook. We want to get distributors on our team, right? So people are scrolling through Facebook right now. And so I always like to post about the opportunity. So a really good way, if you're like, okay, I don't know what to post, a really good thing to do is you post before it works. So I always say, before I got started with my business, I was XYZ. I started this business so I can make it a couple $100 extra a month. So you talk about before, why, and what has it done for you and how. Okay, so I'm gonna write that down. So it's before I started this business, I XYZ. Why did you start? I started this business so that I can stay home with my children, so that I don't have to have $100,000 of student loans, so that I don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. Because of this business, I'm now retired for 5 years. I now get to own, you know, our days. I'm helping 2 more mamas do the same thing right now, you know, something like that. So I'm going to write that down for you guys to write. It's a simple format for you guys to tell your story. Okay. So go ahead and make that post. And what I want you to do is either tag myself or Amber in it so that we can go and comment on it, just to kind of boost your algorithm for you. Put us in the chat or something, like, you know, in the comment, just tag our name. Okay. So I'm going to put this in there really quick, and you guys can write it down. And then put a picture with it. Put a picture of you, a selfie of your family, whatever it is you want to do. And if you just started, hold on. if you just started that, like, you know, like now I get it, you know, you have like your success. If you haven't, if you're just starting, you don't have success with this yet, or if you haven't even had your first paycheck yet, if you have your first paycheck, that's success to me. But if you haven't even had your first paycheck yet, talk about why, you know, like now I'm like so pumped because we're ending 2019 and I'm, you know, I have this vehicle that's going to allow me to make extra money, you know, something like that. Okay, so that's number 2. Go ahead and comment in the chat like when you're done. Just put done in the chat. I'm drinking my immunity right now, you guys, so I don't get sick.
I'm excited for you guys to do this too. And every day we should be sharing our story in some way, shape, or form. Because there's a lot of things about a lot of people that we don't know or we think are irrelevant, and they're actually very crucial, and a lot of people can relate to them. Rochelle Coakley was just on one of our Wednesday Zooms, and I was like, oh my gosh, we have so much in common. And I had no idea because I had never heard her full, genuine story. So be bold when you're sharing your, you know, your past, your present, and your future.
Yeah, and
Amanda, we repeat that one more time.
The steps of it. Yeah. So before you started, why you started, now, and then how. So before I got started, I was XYZ. I got started so that I could make extra money, $200 extra a month, so we could put food on our table. Now I, you know, am XYZ, and then I'm looking for 2 more people or 10 more people who also want to make another stream of income from their phone. So before, why, now, and how. And then the other thing, Amber brought up a good point, I just want to piggyback off that, is that if you see somebody else's story, so like say Jolena has this, you know, if you are really inspired by her, you know, her little post that she just did, you guys copy what she did, put a picture of her and say, hey, this is my friend Jolena, like check out what this business is doing for her. It's not just me, look at her, you know, use other people's stories too. So just another thing to kind of post about. But I was going to say, save your format and reuse it. Do it every single day. You can change up the words a little bit, but every single day post that, because you're going to catch people's attention. Okay, so that's number 2, you guys. Number 3 is going to be adding to your network. Okay, this is so important to add to your network every single day. I've been in this business for 6 years now, and I will tell you, I still add to my network every single day. Another ambassador, Kelly Brown, she said this phrase and it just stuck with me, and she said, fresh fish jump first. And so what that means is that when you have new people come onto your team, they're the most curious. They're wondering who Amber is. They're wondering what she's doing, how she gets to travel, how she gets to stay home with her kids. They're curious about what she's doing, about the product she's posting about. So they're going to be the first ones to either reach out, ask questions, respond to you. They're going to be the first ones to do a host to post for you. They're going to be the first ones to order from you. So if you guys think about it, the people who we send like host to post with, a lot of times it's a numbers game. So if you send out enough host to post, you're going to get people sign up that day. So fresh fish always jump first. So let's add to our network. We're going to spend a little bit of time, couple minutes adding to our network. And the ways we do that is so easy, you guys. So I always recommend to never add from your suggested friends list. So the couple ways that I like to do is adding from groups. So if you are a part of like a mom's group, I was a former dental hygienist. So I'm a part of a lot of dental hygiene groups. We have a boxer, so I'm a part of a boxer group. I honestly just join groups just so like that I love, that I, you know, can relate to, just because it's easy to add people in there. What I like to do is like post in there once or twice a week. Anybody who comments or likes on my post, I will add them as a friend, send them a friend request. So that's one way is groups. Another way is going to your friends, okay? Utilizing the network that you already have. So go to your friends list. That's what we'll do right now. Go to your friends list, pick somebody on there who has, you know, who you think has great friends, and you're going to go to their friends list and you're just going to start adding their friends. So we'll spend just a couple minutes doing that. And I always say, I just did a power hour today, and I say, like, I always like recommend, or I always say that there's like a 10 to 20%, you know, return. So if you send out, let's just say 100 people, you friend request 100 people, you're probably going to get back that day about 10 to 20 people who accept your friend request. Okay. So that's my rule of thumb. Send out 100 friend requests. We're not going to have time to do that today, but after this, you can continue doing, you know, our steps. And then you have preferences of, you know, who you add. I always add females just because that's who I relate to the most.
Same. And you guys, doing 100 friend requests should take you 1 minute, 2 minutes. Like, this isn't, oh, what's she doing? I'm going to watch her YouTube and then she posted a recipe from Pinterest. Like, no distractions. You are so focused on it and you just add your friends. That's it. Like, don't overthink it.
Yeah. And I'm talking mostly about Facebook, you guys, because that's just kind of what I do mostly. I do Instagram as well, but you just apply this to Instagram too. If you mainly do Instagram, it's the same. You're doing the same things. It's just you follow instead of add.
And for Instagram, I usually will pick one person for the entire week. And that way I know my target. I go to, let's say, Jessica Biel. Okay. She's got a lot of women that follow her, and or a boutique or wherever you're going to go. I pick that profile the entire week and I just click their likes, add, click their likes, add, click their likes, add. It's so simple. It's zero thought process. And so do the same on Instagram.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, we'll go ahead and go to the next step. I hope that you guys are writing this down because we're going pretty quick. So the fourth thing that we do every single day, you guys, is going to be messaging. Okay, so there's 3 types of messages that I send out every single day. So that's going to be host a post. Okay, host a post is one. Follow-ups is another one. I do follow-ups every day. And then I call it like a ready, set, ask message. It's just a message that you are sending either about your product or about the opportunity. So I'm going to give you guys some verbiages and you guys can copy them to your notes or to your word board, whatever you guys use. But these are really good messages that I just send out. So I'll give you guys the verbiages, and we can even, if you guys want to spend a little bit of time to do some host to post or whatnot, then we can definitely do that. But or we can go over questions, whatever you guys want to do. But for the host to post, what I like to send is, actually, I'll just do this one because I already have it copied and paste.
Amanda, you can send that in the chat, and I'm going to kind of explain what a host to post is while you're teeing that up.
Perfect. Okay.
So you guys, for those of you who are new, what a host to post is when I ask a friend to host, meaning take my wording, post it on their wall, and they tag me in it. So I'm going to go to Tamara and I'm going to say, hey, Tamara, whatever Amanda said in the chat, probably similar to what I'm going to say. I'm doing a giveaway. Do you want to be entered? All you'll do is make a post, tag me in it. I'll handle the likes and comments. Sound good? Something super simple like that. Tamara's going to say, yeah, of course I want to be entered into the giveaway. Of course. Yeah. What's the post? I copy the post. I send it to her. Here's the post. Copy this. Tag me. Again, I'll handle the likes and comments. Thank you so much. Okay. And then all of Tamara's friends will comment, and I add them all, like them all, message them all. Okay. So I'm expanding my network that way. I'm also getting new market, and I'm getting more customers and distributors.
Yeah.
And save the message that's in the chat, please, you guys. Like, it is so simple and easy to just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. It's not hard. Make it your own if you.
Yeah, definitely. And you guys, like, I like to go to the active, like when I do host to post, I go to the people who are active on Messenger. So let's send out 5 host to post right now. So copy this message that I do. I don't know, Amber, if you do like a cash, are you guys doing like a, you'll change that.
Yep. So for our team, you guys, it's $200 this month. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're going to change where it says $500 to $200. And then you can send the same exact message out.
Yep. So let's send that to 5 people in the active. Does everyone know where to find like the active people in Messenger or everyone
Let's
knows?
show them. Can you screen share and show them real quick?
Yeah, it's a good idea. Okay. Okay, you guys all see my Messenger? So I'm on my computer, but it's gonna be the same, pretty much the same thing. So you're gonna go to your little, and I'll show you on the phone too, but if you're on the computer or laptop, you're gonna go to this little dial thing, and then you just go to active contacts. And this is how so easy it is, you guys. Like I just scroll, like click on here, and then I'll see, okay, I just messaged her today. Actually, but I didn't ask her to host a post for me. So I am going to ask her to host a post for me. I commented on her story. So I just send that. So there's 1. I messaged her today about a host a post. 2.
I want to point out something while she's showing you how to do this. Okay. The first thing is that, do you see how Amanda has sent out message after message after message after message? And sometimes they don't reply. Please don't be discouraged in that. She's still like, and what? You're getting a message. You're active. You're getting a message. You don't know what message is going to trigger them to be like, okay, I'm ready. Okay. So just because they haven't replied to your last message, ignore anything you sent and send it again. So do not be discouraged, right? Like just don't, and you just go for it.
Yeah, definitely. Because you never know, just like what Amber said, you never know if you caught them on like if they're busy, maybe they didn't see it, maybe they were having a bad day, you never know. So I always will message them again. I always message every month until they tell me like, stop messaging me, or like, I will never post for you, stop, you know what I mean? So otherwise, like they're going to get a message, because it's so true. Like what Amber said, they might not have responded last month, but they might this month. So you just never know. So I will definitely message. And then on your phone, you guys, for the active, let me just show you really quick. I have an iPhone. So let me just turn this down a little bit. So I have an iPhone. So if you go into Messenger, you go down to these little people down here. Okay. And then you go to the message up here. Is that right? Oh no, that's requested. I always do it from my computer. Oh wait, okay. So you just go to the people down here. So it shows I have 1077 like active friends right now. So this is like the prime time to message people, you guys, or even to post. But this is everyone who's active, okay? So now I can just go and I can just click on their name and then send them the message. So that's the way to do it.
And again, you guys, active means they have their messenger open. She has 1,077 people on open messenger Facebook now.
Mm-hmm.
And so watch that, like be conscious of, okay, on my friends on Sundays at 4 a.m., nobody's there, but at 6 p.m., everyone's on. Think about those kind of things when you're posting, when you're adding, when you're messaging, when you're engaging. And that's why it's crucial to do these power hours during those times.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, you guys, so that's one of the messages that I do, okay, is host to post. The second one is going to be the ready, set, go message. Okay, so that's just you are messaging somebody about the product or the opportunity. So I'm going to give you both verbiages that I love to use, that I always have awesome responses from. And just a tip, you guys, for the opportunity one, anytime somebody hosts a post for me, like say they hosted a post for me yesterday, I'm going to send them this message. Okay, so this is called the ready, set, go message. So I make sure that I send these out every day as well. So here's
and make sure to save these in your phone, you guys.
Yeah. Here's the opportunity one. Okay, and then here is the product one. And you guys can, I mean, if you guys want to change it up a little bit, like if you don't say, hey girl, don't say, hey girl. I always say like, hey girl, hey love, like that kind of thing. That's just that's just what I do. But if that's not you, change that to what fits you. But save those into your phone, and then let's send, Amber, do we have enough time to send a couple messages out for each one?
Yeah, let's do it. And then again, you guys, when you're done sending it, be active in the chat and say, I'm done. And I know this can be scary for a lot of people. But for me, I do more with the opportunity than I do customers. And that's going to vary for everyone. I feel so much more confident in the business, offering the business. So I spend about 85% of my day doing business, post, opportunities, messages. But right now, save these to your notes and send them out. And then when you're done, let's do 5 opportunity and 5 product, and then go in the chat. And once you're done with that, say done.
Perfect. Yes. Yeah. And as you guys
while
are
they're doing that, Amanda.
Oh, go ahead. What?
Nope, you're good. You read my mind.
Okay. I was just gonna say that while you guys are doing that, Amber kind of brought up a thing like, it can be kind of scary to send somebody a message. That's why I call it like a ready, set, go message, because it can be kind of scary to send it. It's like, man, like, what are they gonna say? Or, and so you have to kind of, what I always say is like, you just have to get over that. You have to kind of get over that, because again, like, what is your goal? In this, what we're doing, this is the preparation that you are doing to work for that goal. Okay. So in order for you, if you want to say like you want Ruby this month or you want Ruby next month, well, you have to prepare yourself for that. Okay. And so the work that you're putting, the fears that you're getting over, the mindset that you are going through, you have to prepare yourself so that you can be a Ruby leader, so that you can be an Emerald leader. So this is just preparing you for that. So this is, I always say, like, this is we're planting those seeds. And then the other thing, like, I agree, like, I'm the same thing with Amber. If you look at my Facebook, it is probably 80% opportunity, like the business, and then like one of the products. Because again, like, I talk so much about the business, because the worst that they're going to say is no, but then I'll say, oh, hey, do you want to try the products instead? So yeah, I think that it's really good. And the other thing, you guys, is this is asking. Okay. We do not get unless we ask. So it's really important that, we can't just do 3 of those core 4 and not message. Or we can't do, we have to do all of them. All of them are so important. And then messaging is that end part where you're asking people. So it's like somebody coming to our door and they're going and they're trying to sell their yard service, their lawn mowing service. And they go through and they say all that they do. And then they say, okay, bye. Like, you're like, okay, well, what? Like, they didn't, like, they're going to ask you, right? Like, hey, do you have somebody who does your yard? Hey, do you need somebody who does your yard? So same thing with us. We have to end that with asking. Okay.
Like, you don't get the privilege of getting a distributor or customer unless you run the race and do all the work. You can't skip success. You can't, again, do one thing and be like, okay, I posted, that was it. Yay. Posting's not asking. And I love asking. Because I know who I'm asking, versus just make a post and be like, I wonder if someone's going to comment on it today. That'd be so great. Right? It's selfish. Like, that's so rude for you to think that somebody's just going to come to you without you doing and putting in the work.
Yeah. All right. I see some of you guys are done. So the third message, I'll just go on to the next one, you guys. If you're still doing it, just go ahead and listen and kind of do it as I talk. But the third one that I like to send out every day is going to be follow-ups. Okay. I do follow-ups every day because honestly, if you guys are doing this prep work every single day, you're going to have follow-ups every day. It's just going to be that trickle effect. And so I send out follow-ups, and I don't really have, I can send you guys like a couple that I've been using, and I'll put them in the chat, but it really is going to depend on your person who you're following up with. Are you following up with them from last month or yesterday? Okay. Are you following up with them because they didn't respond to you about ordering today, or whatever the case is? So I'm going to go over my rule of following up and how important it is. And then you guys and I'll put some verbiages in the chat for you guys to copy. But my rule, I am like a Nazi when it comes to following up, because that's how I get all of my potential customers and distributors to sign up. Okay. So I do 1 day. So 1 day, go ahead and write this down. 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, and then if they still don't respond to me after that, then I put on my monthly list. Okay. So I'm going to repeat that. Follow up 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, and then they go on my monthly follow-up. Okay. So it's really important that if you are talking to somebody, say you were talking to somebody yesterday and they're really interested in the products, but then you gave them the price and they just kind of ghosted you after that, it's really important that you follow up with them within 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours. But I just do it in 24 hours just so I don't forget. Because they're interested in it. It's still fresh on their mind. But if you go like a month, they're going to forget all about that, you know? And so it's really important that you follow up. So I'm going to send you guys a couple follow-ups that I like to do. And then I'm going to just need to copy and paste them really quick since it won't transfer over.
And something else for follow-ups, you guys, too, in Messenger, you can search. So for me, I just did a bunch of follow-ups coming, like planting seeds for January for distributors. And so I went back 7 years worth and I just typed 99 because how many people have I asked and talked to about $99 business kit? And so find that keyword and search in Messenger and it'll pull up all your messages that have that keyword in it. And that can be followed. So if you've talked about greens or TFX or ThermoFit or a price point or anything like that, then it'll pull up all those messages and you can use those follow-ups as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. So that's a follow-up that you can do for like any person that you've talked to about the business whatsoever. Okay. Just follow up with them. And like Amber said, like go to that search button, type in that $99 or the 99, not $99, it won't work, but 99, and then send that. And then here's one for a product, but again, just change, like if you talk to them about the cleanse, just change the coffee to the cleanse. Sometimes like, okay, so here's another good thing. Like I said, I'm a follow-up like Nazi. So like if somebody is like ready to join my business and then they ghost me, like how many of that has happened to you? Like they're like, okay, I'm going to sign up today. And then you don't hear from them. I will message them again, my 24 hours, 24 hours. So 1 day, 2 days. And then on my week mark, I'll message them and I'll say, hey, Amber, like, I'm so excited for you to get started. I haven't heard back from you. Did I offend you in any way? Or, is everything okay? I'm a little bit worried about you. I know you were so excited to sign up. Honestly, you guys, they will respond like that. And they will always tell me why they didn't respond or what the reason is. And typically it's because of money. So, which you already know it's because of money, right? But at least you're getting them to respond to you. So I will always say like, Amber, like I'm so excited for you to get started. I can't wait to help you. I haven't heard back from you. Are you okay? I'm really worried about you. Or is everything okay? Did I offend you in any way? And they will always, like, honestly, they will always respond. So, are you putting them in your phone or calendar as a way to, yep. So I actually have I don't have it in here, but I just have a planner, like just a regular planner. And so I always put my follow-ups in there, like the ones that tell me that they want to order. So say like somebody wants to order tomorrow on Tuesday, their name is already in that spot. If they do not respond back to me, I put them on to Wednesday. I put their name there. And then I put a little follow-up. And then if they still don't respond to me, I'll put them on my next week. That's how I do it. I write it all because that's just, I don't know. I just have to write it for some reason. I'm like old fashioned. But the people who, like, say I have somebody from a host to post and they just like ghosted me after I told them the amount of it, I don't put them in my planner, but I do write them on. I have another notebook. So I have a planner and then I have a notebook. Okay. I have a line notebook. And every month I label it December potential customers. So those people are going to go in that notebook. Okay. And then what I will typically do is just the next day on Messenger, like before I go to bed, I'll just message them and say, hey, is this something that you're wanting to do? And I'll put that in here as well. So I just keep it so simple, you guys. Hey there, is this something that you would like to do? And a lot of times they respond, sometimes they don't. If they don't respond, I just message them, the next week. And then I'll send them that message like, hey there, just wanted to reach out and get you all set up. Like, are you ready to order the coffee? Like that kind of thing. But those are, do you guys see like how simple this is? Like, how simple is it that we can literally do these 4 things every day in the nooks and crannies of our day? You guys, if you have 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, spend 10 minutes doing interactions and then do what you need to do. And then maybe spend 15 minutes doing adding to your network, or, you know, whatever it is. But you guys, these 4 things, it won't take you 8 hours to do these, you know, but the thing is you have to sit down and you have to be intentional with each thing. So before you go to bed, or, you know, when you wake up, I always do it before I go to bed, write the things that you need to do the next day. And if you have a really busy day, then make sure you plan when you're going to be working so that that work is so intentional. Because if you sit down and you don't have a game plan going, you're going to be just scrolling through Facebook. You're going to be wasting time. And then you're going to be like, man, I just worked so much, but I'm not seeing the results. Well, no, you didn't do these core 4 things right here. Okay, so really make sure that you plan the night before you go to bed. What does your day look like tomorrow? Is it so busy? If so, like I know it is, we are all so busy. Then make sure you plan when you are going to do each of these tasks. Okay, I just gave you all those verbiages, so there's no excuses why you don't know what to do. So it's all right there. And then the 5th thing, you guys, which I know Amber, you know, talks about this all the time with you guys on you guys' team, but the self-development, the mindset, that is just something where just all day long. So just a couple examples of what I do is I do it in the morning when I'm getting, like before my kiddos wake up, I do my self-development, but I do it when I'm getting ready. I do it when I'm driving, you know, I do it when I'm doing the dishes. Like, it is constantly playing in our house. When we're doing a power hour, or when I'm working, I'm sitting down and I'm listening to something. So, you know, it's really important to make sure that that is, you know, a huge part of your day.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Love, love, love it. Okay, guys. So again, tomorrow, I wouldn't ever stretch your power hour. I really genuinely don't feel like you even need an hour to do all this stuff. Once you get it down, it just is like habit for me. Like, I don't think about adding. I'm in the car driving to Walmart. That's 4 minutes away. I'm like, add. Like, I don't, it's rare that I sit down and I'm like, okay, 1 hour, go. Right. But it's like, okay, in the morning, I'm going to do my messages for opportunity. And the very first thing I do is I tee up all my slides and stories, and those run for 24 hours. And so this is where, again, for tomorrow, Christmas Eve and Christmas, you guys have 2.5 seconds to prepare and put all that stuff up, and then save them and follow up with them after Christmas, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not asking you to work hard and do crazy amounts of work, but you are on your phone playing a game, playing some kind of whatever, you know, napping. Okay. But that's so simple. So Lisa asked, how do you make them run for 24 hours? Your Instagram and Facebook stories are just up for 24 hours. That's it. So I don't like have to schedule them or anything, but that they're just on your stories for 24 hours. And then someone asked real quick, what do you say to people who are asking if our products are FDA approved? Okay, you guys, nutritional supplements, health, those kind of things are not FDA approved ever. And FDA isn't really a good source to, it doesn't, just because things are FDA approved doesn't mean that they're great. So that's usually what I tell people. It's kind of like the Better Business Bureau. That's all paid for. And it's not a reliable source. But all right, Amanda, I love you. Thank you so much, you guys, for jumping on. I'm excited to see your guys' work for Christmas Eve and Christmas. Really pan out and play out. And be prepared, because some big stuff's coming, and I don't think Mark's going to wait until January. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But again, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And we are giving you all the things, the ins and outs of how to run this business. It's so simple. You just got to do it. And I'm excited to see you again tomorrow, Christmas Eve, Christmas, everyone working their business. Amanda, thank you so much. She'll get the recording, I'm sure, up to YouTube, but we're not telling her by Christmas, right? Enjoy your time, but we will get the recording ASAP to you guys. Enjoy your holidays. Merry Christmas, Amanda. I'm sure grateful for you. Merry Christmas, everyone. Love you guys so much. We'll see you.